Congratulations to the playoff teams and the Broncos.
Congratulations. Welcome to the playoffs.
Yeah. Especially if you're Detroit.
For some,
you don't know what the playoffs are.
For some of you, it won't be a long stay in the
Nope.
playoff hotel.
That's right.
For others of you who are in the suites of the playoff hotel, you might stick around.
This metaphor is stretched and gone.
I will be the doorman of the playoff hotel, welcoming you with the busboy.
My opinion, the Texans won in Cincinnati without Andre Johnson. I don't see why they wouldn't win at home with Andre Johnson. What's the argument for the Bengals winning?
Alright, I'm going to go Bengals. I'm going
You're
Bengals.
going Cincy. Why?
I feel like at this point, I'd rather have Andy Dalton in the playoffs than TJ Yates.
I'd agree with that statement.
And, okay, TJ Yates might have had a good game last night.
Yes.
He might, but I feel like the Bengals have a good defense.
They do.
And they have an especially good run defense.
Yes.
And the Texans are going to need to win this game with the run. I don't care if Andre Johnson's back, because TJ Yates is throwing the ball.
Here's a fun little stat. Nothing to do really with the actual game.
Okay.
Can you name the last Bengals playoff win?
I can guess the decade.
Sure.
I'm going to go 90s.
1990 season.
1990.
January 1991, they beat the Houston Oilers.
Did they lose to the Bills?
I think they lost to the Bills in round 2.
Yeah.
They beat the Houston Oilers, so 20 years later, a
Wow,
different Houston,
that's a long time.
a different Houston franchise. This is as exciting as it gets.
This is a game I'm excited for.
This is, if you like high-scoring, Madden type of football, you are going to love this game. No defense whatsoever.
No.
At all. Two bad defenses,
Yeah.
two quarterbacks that are playing out of their mind, 5,000 yards plus each.
So you know what I'm having flashbacks to? And
What's
it's not
that?
the Saints-Lions
I
game.
think I know what you're going to say.
Do you know what I'm going to say? I think.
Are you going to say Packers-Cardinals from 08?
No, I wasn't. I was going to go back to, I'm still doing this year.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Lions with this anticipation for these big games, and I'm thinking of the Thanksgiving game against the Packers.
Right.
And I feel like we're going to have that type of situation, because I just feel like the Saints are a much better team than the Lions. And you have this anticipation for this high-scoring shootout.
This is true.
And I just feel like we might find ourselves in a similar circumstances we did on Thanksgiving.
And remember, we also, just like the other Saturday game, we saw this game earlier in the year.
Yeah, we did.
Saints won pretty handily, 31-17 was the score.
Yeah, it was...
The Saints are undefeated at home. They're as good a home team as there is in the league.
Yeah.
Okay, more trivia for Sperber over here.
Trivia.
What is the last Lions playoff win?
It's going to take a while. 1988.
1991.
Wow, that was close.
Okay, the last playoff win before that?
I don't know.
1957.
1957.
The Detroit Lions have one playoff win in the last 55 years.
And I don't think we're going to get a second.
Neither do I. My problem with the Falcons is I don't see enough quality wins on their schedule to think that they can go into the Meadowlands and get a victory. They're only 4-4 on the road, very inconsistent outside of the dome.
I just have no faith in the Giants secondary.
Neither do I.
Matt Ryan, he has a lot of offensive weapons, and it's like you said. Like
I don't see how the Falcons are stopping Roddy and Julio Jones.
Yeah, you mean the Giants are?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Falcons arguably the best number 1-2 in the league.
And I just don't see. And then you don't forget they have Michael Turner to mix in the run too.
Yes.
It's not like they have a bad running back.
Correct. They couldn't show up in a must-win game against the Chiefs.
3 points against the
3
Chiefs.
points. You know, the Chiefs' defense is decent, but it's not that good.
You know what? I'm going to be generous here. I'm going to say the Broncos get 6 points.
Are we making Super Bowl picks right now?
Yeah.
Because I can laugh at them when we're completely wrong in 4 weeks.
Super Bowl picks. Who am I missing? The 49ers. I'm missing them because they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. It's time for Maurice Jones-Drew. No,
Super Bowl predictions.
Super Bowl predictions.
So when we're completely wrong in a month, you can all laugh at us.
Yeah,
we can laugh at ourselves.
Yeah, when it's Giants-Broncos.
Yep.
Tim Tebow can watch this and laugh.
Okay, I guess we'll start in the NFC. That's more, I would say, clear-cut conference.
Go ahead. Who are you taking?
Got to stick with the home team. Home field advantage. I do believe it comes down to them and the Saints in the NFC Championship.
Da, da, da,
I knew you were going to do it.
Yeah.
Just have you seen the Saints on the road this year? They're just not the same team.
So what?
And much like the Lions Saints this week, with just beating them at their own game, I can't see the Saints outscoring the Packers in Lambeau Field. Especially if it could be like 5 degrees and they're a dome team.
People read too much into that.
Yeah, I can't pick against the way the Packers have played. I would say this: if the Packers had gone undefeated, I was going to pick the Saints because I feel like they were due to have that letdown game. Because since they got it out of their system, I think the Packers are on a fast track to the Super Bowl. Packers over Saints in the NFC Championship.
Wrong. Saints over Packers.
I'll be very disappointed from a fan standpoint if it does not come down to these two teams in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, if we don't get this game, I'm going to be upset.
It's going to be upset.
I'm going to throw a hissy fit.
Yeah, you can throw a tantrum.
I will. I'll rip down the sign and burn it.
Pull a Santonio Holmes.
You know, pull a Santonio Holmes. I'll go cry.
Go cry on the bench.
Yeah, I'll take my stuff in a box. Who are we taking in the conference where the team is going to lose?
My problem with the AFC this year is I don't see a team that I love as a Super Bowl contender. So
I think we all know there's 3 teams that could come out of the AFC.
I agree with that statement.
And I think they're the Pats, the Ravens, and the Steelers.
And I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
So am I. I'm going with the Ravens too.
However, I will say this. I'm going on the Ravens based on the fact that they play the Steelers in the AFC Championship game.
Oh, really?
I do not trust Joe Flacco to go into Foxborough on the road and win a playoff game. But I do not think it comes down to that. The Steelers have already beaten the Patriots this year. I think they do it again in round 2. And that leaves you Ravens-Steelers 3. And if the Ravens can stay at home, where they have a pretty good crowd, pretty good home team, I think they make the Super Bowl. If it comes down to Ravens going to Foxborough, I would take the Patriots.
See, I'm taking the Ravens.
I have Ravens-Steelers, AFC Championship game. Ravens get the win, move on to play the Packers.
And I have Ravens-Pats, but even though the Ravens' defense is getting older, which they are.
Yes, they are. I feel like this is the last year of the Ravens' defense being top-notch. They're going to have
that's probably true.
Slipping up a little bit next year.
Yeah, the Bengals are going up, Ravens are going down.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the Ravens' defense could at least rattle Tom Brady enough. And I like the Ravens' offense as long as Joe Flacco is decent. Ray Rice is a monster.
Is insane.
He really is. And I feel like that would be a really good game. I'm taking the Ravens just because the Pats' defense is so bad. Yeah. Percentage chance we have a rematch, Packers-Steelers.
I think it's a very good shot.
Really?
Yeah. I think
5%.
If the Steelers can maintain a running game without Rashard Mendenhall, they can win the AFC.
Isaac Redmond?
Isaac Redmond and Molde Moore.
I'll pass.
Yeah. That's why...
5%.
I'm going to go as high as 15 to 20.
Wow, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Percentage chance that the Broncos make the Super Bowl.
Negative 15%.
That is not possible. You can't go negative.
I just did.
Negatives are not allowed.
I just did.
0%.
If Tim Tebow makes the Super Bowl, I'll buy his jersey.
Wow, will you wear it?
Yes.
Every day.
I'll wear it on the show.
Every day for a year.
I will wear it on the show, the orange one even.
Every day for a year.
No.
Percentage chance, the Giants.
I'd go as high as 10 because they're the kind of team when they get hot, they can beat anyone in the league.
We're doing a game that I like to call Pick the Super Bowl Team. And what it is we're each going to go back and forth picking a team. So we're going to end up with 6 each.
Yeah.
And then we'll see at the end of the season who has the team that won the Super Bowl. And that person is going to win a prize.
I think this is just basically a confidence type of draft where we think
it's like a draft
of chance of who do we think, who are of the teams that are remaining, who are you most confident could possibly win the Super Bowl?
What does the winner get?
Nothing.
Okay, it's time to pick the team. So to see who goes first, we're going to flip a coin.
I was going to say.
We flip a coin. I have here this, who's that? Thomas Jefferson $1 coin I got from the train. I'm going to flip it, call it in the air.
Tails.
It was tails.
Tails never fails.
Actually, with a normal quarter, the head side is a little heavier. Actually, by very small, so it is more likely to land on heads.
Tails never fails.
It's a fun fact.
Always pick tails.
You should.
You got to go with the surest thing, the best percentage, the best team in the league. If you're going to make the first pick, it's the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Can't go against them.
I'm taking my Super Bowl champ, who luckily is
the New
left,
Orleans
the Saints, who I think are the best team.
Right. I will take my pick for the AFC champion, the Baltimore Ravens.
And I'm taking 49ers, actually.
Really? That
Yeah.
stuns me.
Surprise second pick.
Yeah.
And
You're picking Alex Smith as your second pick
why not?
over Tom Brady. And I'll just say it right now. Tom Brady would be my pick. It would have been my pick if I had just picked.
I'm not, because I think that the 49ers would beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I think you're nuts.
You think I'm nuts?
Yes.
You're nuts. Or did you take the Patriots?
Yeah, I did.
So then it's my pick.
So it's your pick. Who are you going with?
I don't know. I have to think.
Who of say, the first round wild card type teams do you think is the best chance to win the Super
I'm
Bowl?
going to take the Steelers.
The G-Men.
Yeah.
We've seen them do it before. They did it 4 years ago in 07. They've already played all the teams, the 49ers, the Saints, the Packers. They've played them. They have film on them. If a team's going to get hot, and they've done it before, the Giants can. Because when the Giants, I know as inconsistent as they are, when the Giants have played well this year, they're capable of beating anybody.
I'm going Texans.
I agree.
I'm going Texans.
I agree with that pick.
And my reasoning behind that is I was really close to... The Falcons are better than the
Yeah.
Texans. They really are.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
I think they are. But I don't think the Falcons could beat the Saints, and I don't think they could beat the Packers. And the Texans, at least if they get hot, maybe TJ Yates surprises us.
I would take the Falcons because
Yeah,
I
fair
feel
enough.
like they're the best team of the four remaining.
I'm going Bengals.
I will take the Lions with the two teams remaining. I'd be stunned if it happened, but you know
Can you imagine if you win this bet with the Lions?
they have Calvin Johnson.
It'd
They
to
have
be such
Matthew
a
Stafford.
miracle.
You know what the Broncos have?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
All right, if I get this right, you owe me a Tim Tebow jersey.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, and I'll
No.
wear it over my suit. But, yep, I got this one.
Yeah, good for
You want
you.
to repick? You want to trade?
No, I'm good.
Tradesies?
No.
I'll trade you this one for... I'll trade you this one, the Bengals.
I
and
would take the
Broncos.
Chargers, who are not in the playoffs, over having the Broncos.
In conclusion, it is great that it is the playoffs.
Gotta love the playoffs.
What's the best thing about the playoffs? You were gonna say quality teams facing one another.
Yeah,
I
then
saw
I
you
saw
look at the
Tim-
Broncos helmet. I saw your eyes water
Yeah.
there. You thought
I
the
think
Broncos
just-
and Bengals. It's
Just
not great.
the do or die of your season being on the line.
That's why football's better than baseball.
Exactly.
And basketball.
One game. Not like, oh, we had a bad game, we'll come back for game 2.
Bye, guys. Have a good week. Enjoy football 2 days, Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
And then Monday you can reflect on all the
Yeah.
football you watched.
Yep.
All the mediocre football you probably watched. I don't know. These aren't quality games. But the following week we're going to have some quality games.
Yeah.
And the Packers game over the Crush.
Yep.
Enjoy. Have a good week, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Playoffs. We want the playoffs. Can we have the playoffs?
Yeah.
You have to say it in a sing-songy voice.
No, I don't. It's a free country.
Yes, we could have the playoffs.
Not me talking.
That's how you sound, though.
Not at all.
No, not really.
No.